Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. And SmackDown has ended. Um, and a lot of things happened. We're going to... I didn't know how I was going to transition into this video because of certain things that happened. And I mainly wanted to focus on CM Punk and the storyline that is going on there, which I will get to in a second. But the first thing I want to talk about is the unfortunate news of Kevin Owens. Man, I'm really upset about this because because it's only 2 weeks. We're less than 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, and Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton was the most compelling storyline going into this entire card. It was the most complete story that they were telling. Randy Orton wanted his revenge for being injured, kayfabed injury for 4 months by Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens obviously going off the deep end because Cody Rhodes decided to... Kevin Owens decided to basically, get mad at... Kevin Owens decided to get mad at Cody Rhodes because of, him teaming with Roman Reigns. So it was a very compelling story in the things that they were going with Kevin Owens. And I heard a couple days ago that there was an injury that Kevin Owens was dealing with. And I thought that this might be like something that they were working into the storyline to kind of bait Orton to keep the tension going, so to speak, because this, again, was the most compelling storyline going in. This was a personal, rivalry feud here. Orton wanting to get his revenge, Kevin Owens going off the deep end, just, taking people out. And, he took out Sammy last month, his best friend, right? But then tonight on SmackDown, we got, Kevin Owens coming out with Bret Hart attire, coat, and it was real. This was not a kayfabed injury. This was a real injury. Kevin Owens suffered a severe neck injury. Supposedly, it's been going on for months, which is kind of surprising because, he's been in some of the most intense matches for the past couple of months. He was in a ladder match, with Cody Rhodes and, literally, threw himself through the ladder, to end that match. And then the month later with the non-sanctioned match, or the unsanctioned match with, Sami Zayn, some of the most intense matches you can possibly come up with the last couple of months. But supposedly behind closed doors, Kevin Owens has had a severe neck injury that he's been dealing with, and they did tests. And it sounds very similar to the whole situation with Edge back in 2011. Was it 2011? When Edge was forced to retire. They said that they did tests, but everything came up negative, and then after WrestleMania, they had found that Edge, had a serious neck injury and was forced to retire. And that's kind of what this felt like. It was really weird because it was right before WrestleMania. And some people are like, well, why didn't he, just wait until WrestleMania, do the match, and then do like Kurt Angle did, like with Brock Lesnar, where Kurt Angle toughed it out and had the match with Lesnar still, and then, dropped the title to Lesnar and then got surgery. And here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. The day and age of that stuff happening are over. Okay? Okay? The health of the wrestler comes first more than anything. Um, when these things, with the neck injuries happen, WWE and a lot of the wrestling companies are very, very more protective of that now than they were back, in '03 and stuff like that. It's a different world now we live in. And I rather see them pull Kevin out of there if it means that he possibly can come back. Because I don't know if this is permanent. I don't know if this is a permanent deal. Like he can't come back now for a long time. I don't know what the severity of it is. I'm sure we'll find out in the coming days. But at the end of the day, we need to protect these guys. We didn't have, Stone Cold was forced to retire early because the neck injuries, the injury he had and the way the surgeries were performed, and stuff like that. The reason why people were retiring early is because of that. And now we're trying to prevent that. They're trying to prevent that from happening so people can continue in having long careers. So I really hope that Kevin Owens can come back. Again, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. I hate that we're not getting this match. Okay. I absolutely hate we're not getting this match because this was one of the matches I was personally looking forward to because, like I said, the card sucks. I said it 2 weeks ago when I made my video. I don't like the WrestleMania card. Even the match that I want to see, which I don't, because CM Punk should be in the actual, an actual one-on-one match for the title, but instead he's in a non-title three-way, which makes no sense, by the way. Still, this was the most compelling match going into the card, and now we don't have it, and that just sucks. And it's a buzz. It's a buzzkill. But we gotta pray for Kevin Owens. We gotta hope he comes back. Because this, and also, fuck that, whatever, the fan or whatever. I don't know what he said to Kevin Owens. But they panned to Orton very quickly, so it was obviously a real thing that was said. So I don't know what that fan said. I know there's been conflicting things that have been said on what the actual fan said. Unless we have video of, what the dude actually said, then I'm not going to make speculation what he said. But he said something that really pissed off Kevin Owens. It was enough to piss off Kevin Owens, so I can only imagine what the idiot said. He probably was drunk or something like that, and said something stupid. But yeah, guys, this is really, really unfortunate. Unfortunate, like I said, I was really, really thinking like when Orton came out, for a second there, I was like, oh, are they really trying to do something here? But I was like, no, it's real. It's real. Yeah, that was kind of weird that they just had Orton just randomly come out after they said that Kevin Owens wasn't, able to wrestle the match or whatever. Since, obviously Orton wanted to get his, in kayfabe, revenge on Kevin Owens. I figured if they, possibly kind of leave Orton out of the segment, it kind of would set up something possibly for later on down the road if Kevin Owens is able to come back in the future. But, we'll see what happens. But in terms of what's going on for Randy Orton, man, I don't know what they're going to do with Randy Orton now. No, he's not wrestling Nick Aldis, despite that RKO being funny. Remember a year ago or whatever, it's been 2 years now, or almost 2 years. Remember when remember when Orton when he was fined like 50,000 or something for the RKO, and then Orton gave him like 100,000 or whatever, and he said that the other 50,000 in kayfabe was that was for when he did it to him again in the future. Well, there you go. I guess he's all cleared for that second fine now, right? Long time storytelling, I guess, right there. But yeah, guys, in all seriousness, I hope Kevin Owens gets better, and I hope this isn't the last we've seen of him. Kevin Owens is a really good wrestler, and I'd like to see him. I don't want him to go out that way. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it that way. I don't want him to go out that way. He needs. I always want the wrestler to go out on their own terms, not being forced to retire because of an injury. So I wish Kevin Owens the best in recovery. So getting to the later in the show, we got CM Punk, Roman Reigns. The end of the show, the favor was, because Paul Heyman didn't know what the favor was, which I think kind of not a great setup. But right when they said that, I knew that the favor was probably going to be something that involved, Heyman being Punk's manager for WrestleMania, which it was. Which means that it's going to be a non-title triple threat. And again, it's fucking dumb. A non-title triple threat does not accomplish anything because if Punk beats Roman, he didn't beat Seth. Roman beats Seth, he didn't beat Punk. It doesn't accomplish anything. And because it's not, it's for nothing. Like, it's just a freaking feud. It's just a personal rivalry feud. It's for nothing. Now, Paul Heyman he already accepted CM Punk's offer before the favor happened. Roman obviously didn't watch that segment of the show, but now it's like, he refused to say no because that's what Roman Reigns said for him to do, and he said no, and then Punk decided after that to give him the GTS. And then Seth didn't really do anything. He just kind of stood and stared down Punk for the remainder of the show. Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, this WrestleMania, man, I'm not interested in this WrestleMania. I'm still not interested in Punk's he's not going for the title, which is what he should be going for. He's going for nothing, and he's in the main event of night one of WrestleMania for a triple threat. A goddamn triple threat. A random triple threat that has nothing for it. Also, might I add, we also have LA Knight going up against Jacob Fatu. What's that gonna end? Is Jacob Fatu losing to LA Knight? Yeah, he should be. I'm worried about this because I'm like, are they gonna have Jacob Fatu really beat LA Knight? Like, because that's gonna ruin LA Knight's push if they have Jacob Fatu. If they have Jacob Fatu beat LA Knight, like I don't know how LA Knight recovers from that if he loses to Jacob Fatu. Like, this is, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed if he I'm not looking forward to this WrestleMania. This WrestleMania's card has been terrible. And then of course we got the pointless Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton feud, which nobody cares about. Tiffany Stratton totally cooked Charlotte in that freaking promo. Then again, Chicago didn't let Charlotte do anything. So yeah, I mean that's our WrestleMania. Like this WrestleMania has been this WrestleMania card has been just so dumb. Like I just oh my God. CM Punk is main eventing a WrestleMania, well, night one WrestleMania, but is literally getting nothing out of it. He is literally getting nothing out of it in terms of winning the match. If he wins the match, he just wins. He doesn't get a title. He doesn't get a championship. I just don't get it. And the favor was pointless because it's just that, he gets to be in the corner of Paul Heyman gets to be in the corner of Punk, which they could have literally done that without the favor, by the way. Paul had to do was just break up with Roman, which is what they did anyways. So what was the accomplishment here? Oh my God, this is so dumb. And then we got this pointless Cena and Cody match, and I don't give a shit about this feud. People talk, which they did a video pack. Why the hell does anybody have any investment in this feud just because Cena turned heel? Where is The Rock? Where is The Rock? The Rock, he's supposed to be on Rock's side or whatever. Where the hell is The Rock? You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been there since the freaking pay-per-view, okay? Since Elimination Chamber, he hasn't been there. John Cena's been barely on the shows, okay? I guess he's supposed to be on a SmackDown or something right before WrestleMania or something like that. But he's not going to be on any of the other shows other than that. That's your freaking main event. What is the main event? There's nothing. There's nothing there. It's Cena versus freaking Cody. Who cares? It's just Cody. By the way, Cody's gonna fucking win. I don't care what anyone says. Cody's gonna win that match. John Cena isn't gonna really do anything. John Cena is passing the torch to Cody Rhodes. You know what I want to say? Because I've had editing problems right now. I'll just say it right now. John Cena is passing the torch to Cody Rhodes like Andre the Giant did to Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 3. That's what's going to happen. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. Okay? That is the reality. That is the reality. He is going to do the favor that Andre did to Hulk Hogan, even though Hulk Hogan never really did for anyone else. He is going to do the favor. Okay? And put Cody Rhodes on the map as the next poster boy babyface. That is what John Cena is doing. Cena will not, I repeat, will not win at WrestleMania. That's what's going to happen. And it's a waste because you could have done CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes in the main event when you had two of the biggest baby faces right now, currently on TV, teasing for 2 years that they're going to face each other at WrestleMania. Okay? That would have been the perfect storm. Okay? But no, we had to waste it on John Cena just because it's his retirement tour, which is bullshit. Okay? John Cena didn't need it. Okay? Well, now we're going to, now when everybody retires, it's going to be, they get the title. They deserve the titles. No, fuck that shit. I'm so fucking sick of it, man. Done with this shit. Okay? Don't care about that match. I don't give a fuck about that match. I really don't. Like, I've not been invested. Like, the match that I was most invested in is not going to happen now. Okay? Because that was actually a good build storyline. Okay? Punk, Roman, and Seth is just kind of throwing things together of personal rivalries that they've had over the years. Okay? And putting it into a three-way because they don't know what else to do with anybody else. So they make it a three-way. You know, it could have been just Punk versus Roman, or it could have been just Punk versus Seth. But they didn't have another person for Seth or Roman, so they just decided to make it a three-way. And it doesn't give any satisfaction of it being a non-title match. People do not like this. It is so dumb. Like, and nobody seems to give a shit that nobody cares about this. Okay? The only thing they care about is that Punk is main eventing. Okay? They care about Punk main eventing, but it's not about a title. That's the problem. It's not about a title. Okay? So what are we doing here? Like, that was the whole thing. The whole build was for Punk to main event WrestleMania and challenge for the championship. Instead, we are getting a three-way. And I obviously, I hope CM Punk wins, because I'm going to be rooting for CM Punk. But man, I just don't give a shit about this WrestleMania. I really don't. Like, I don't even know if I want to watch this WrestleMania, because there's just nothing there, man. There's nothing. Okay? And I don't want to see LA Knight get frigged by freaking Jacob Fatu. Because now apparently Jacob Fatu's facing him. You know, like, what are they going to do to LA Knight? You know, LA Knight finally gets his opponent, and it's going to be against Jacob Fatu. You know, man, if friggin' Jacob Fatu wins the United States title, that's it. Like, I'm fucking done. Because, like, we've been wanting LA Knight to get pushed to the world title scene for a long time now. And if he loses to Jacob Fatu, that's kind of the Son Swan at that point. He's got to beat Jacob Fatu. Okay? Yeah, man, I'm done. I can't take this. I'm out. I'm the S Ultimate Goku. Comment, rate, like this video, please subscribe. I'm the S Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Peace.